Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
He will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
Like,
No?
he ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, then that's down to him. But don't be talking in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Thank you. And Shakur, Wembley, locked in. Be ready. You want the rehydration clause? You gotta pay. Yeah? I still smash your first fight down at 147 in 3 years. I'll still give it to you.
After dominating Lopez to become a 4-division world champion, Shakur Stevenson called out Conor Benn, challenging him to face him under the same rehydration clause that Chris Eubank Jr. accepted.
Let's make it happen. Really got him talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool.
Benn responded by mocking Stevenson's size, claiming he was too small and lacked punching power. He also stated he would not accept a rehydration limit for a potential fight, which has become a major sticking point in negotiations.
Great fighter, phenomenal fighter. Boring, but he's a future pound for pound great, you know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but boring.
Were you surprised at all that the cards were what they were and that it was
I was surprised. He made the fight look as easy as he did. Very surprised. Credit to him.
What do you think about his call out, Conor?
He can get it. You think I'm worried? Yeah, he will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
Like,
No?
he ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, then that's down to him. But don't be talking in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Shakur Stevenson said he wants to achieve big things in boxing and isn't afraid of challenges. Addressing critics who claim he's too short to fight Conor Benn, he confidently stated that he would prove them wrong.
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight. It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him. I said, "Hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause?" And he said, "F no." So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same?
He also mentioned that the build-up to a potential fight with Conor Benn would be an exciting rivalry. Stevenson expressed enthusiasm for the drama and intensity, teasing fans of the thrill that can unfold both inside and outside the ring.
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Excuse me. Yeah. Shakur, Kevin Garcia. I just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him. I said, "Hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause?" And he said, "F no." So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
Benn recently labeled Shakur boring, implying that he finds Stevenson's fighting style unexciting. He criticized Stevenson's approach, suggesting it lacks aggression or flair, making his fights predictable.
Listen, he's a great fighter, you know, and he's a future pound for pounder. But ultimately, he's boring as fuck. I mean, oh my gosh, boring. But he's a great fighter. Depends what you like to watch. I like entertainment. I like value for money.
Did you not think though it was a dominant performance? That in turn,
It should be dominant, but that means it was exciting or entertaining.
so is that not a fight that you would want? Because I know you want.
We can
big
do it
fights.
next, no problem. If he wants it next, he can have it. He ain't gonna call me out. You know, I'm hearing his home city. Do you know what I mean?
Why are you levels above, in your opinion, then, Shakur?
It's not even levels above. He's a smaller man and I'd use that to my advantage. I'm too explosive and I punch a lot harder.
But earlier I saw you with Rolly Romero. It got a bit heated in front of me. What happened there?
I'm not quite sure. But I'm just on smoke.
Is that the fight you want next then?
Listen, all of them can get it. I'll come over here and fight them all over here.
You said yesterday that that was the fight that you wanted to make, and on the red carpet you were saying to him, let's make it now.
I believe Ryan Garcia's the fight to make, but if that fight don't materialise, well, listen, I ain't short of options.
Eddie Hearn has fueled speculation about the matchup and expressed optimism. However, he noted that the key issues will be timing, terms, and both fighters agreeing on weight and contractual conditions.
I was fully confident he'd win the fight. I didn't think he'd win it as widely as that. It made him look average in there. And that's because Shakur is so good, his IQ is so good, his footwork is so good. I actually think he could have stopped here, but didn't need to. It was so easy. He's a 4-division world champion at 28 years of age. Phenomenal. I think sometimes people think that you know, Teo can do a little bit more, but like every time he tried to, he was just getting countered, peppered, and yeah, it was phenomenal to watch. I still dream of Conor Benn winning a world title. We also squared off with Rolly Romero tonight. There's another potential fight. His Excellency talked about a Ryan Garcia fight in September. Shakur's, you know, these guys are DMing each other saying let's fight. So we'll see. The plans are well and truly underway for Conor, and hopefully we can get that fight locked in for May. Conor, like, as soon as he heard his name, he was straight in there. So that's what you get for me. As I always say, it's on site with Conor Benn, and looking forward to getting his next fight.
Edgar Beranga shared his excitement, saying he wants to see Shakur Stevenson face Conor Benn in London. He believes it would be a huge fight for fans, highlighting both fighters' skills and marketability, and considers a high-profile, must-watch matchup.
Shakur Stevenson, what do you make of his performance this evening?
BTA. Easy work, man. My brother did his thing. I'm proud of him.
Look, people did have him as the favourite going in, but he dominated that fight.
Super.
Emphatic.
I texted him that last night. I said, go in there and just dominate him. And that's exactly what he did. You know, he shout out to Shakur. You know, he did his thing, and I'm proud of him.
There's a lot of talk about him in the pound-for-pound list. Where does that put him now?
One of the greats. Future great for sure. Future legend.
Last one for you. We saw Conor Benn get in the ring. They had a bit of a heat.
That's going to be a good one, man. They got to do that in London.
Is that a fight you want to see, though?
Hell yeah. Conor Benn is my brother, too, man. So that'll be a goodie right there, you know?
Who's going to win that fight, then?
I don't know. No comment. Those are my brothers, man. They're going to make a lot of money, that's for sure.
Trainer Wally Moses discussed the purpose of rehydration clauses, explaining they prevent fighters from regaining too much weight after the official weigh-in, ensuring neither boxer enters the ring with a significant size advantage. Stevenson tied a potential fight with Benn to such a clause, noting that Benn had accepted it in previous fights with Chris Eubank Jr. Moses emphasized a strong defense and technical skill, areas where he believes Stevenson holds a clear edge.
I'd like to see Shakur campaign up moving forward. He's flirted with going back to 135. The Conor Benn fight's been talked about a lot tonight.
Unfinished business at 135, and you know, the 130 Conor Benn and all that. Those things is things that he wants. See, the one thing is Shakur will take on any task. He don't like a challenge. He loves a challenge. So anybody challenge him, he can get it. We're lucky he didn't have to fight Anthony Joshua. He didn't challenge.
Conor Benn, it sounds like, you know, they went after it a little bit, which is great, right? I mean, it kind of builds up something, but that's another weight class, right? Another 7 pounds.
It's another weight class, but, you know, when I seen Conor Benn, you know, just now, you know, he came up there with the aspect like he's a really big guy, but he's not a really big guy, you know, so I don't want to think he got so much power and he's so strong, you know. He's not no killer. You see him? Seem like a killer to you?
Eddie Hearn analyzed a potential Stevenson versus Benn fight, highlighting the challenges it would present. He described Stevenson as a generational talent, praising his dominant performance over an elite fighter and his accomplishments as a 4-division champion at just 28. Hearn noted that while Stevenson is extremely difficult to beat, moving to 147 pounds could level the playing field, giving Benn a size and power advantage. He also said Benn is fearless but lacks world-level experience and refuses a rehydration clause, complicating negotiations.
Is Conor Benn versus Shakur something you would like to...
They DM each other like every other day about it. They go back and forward, back and forward. Conor Benn will fight anybody. You know, I think what Shakur proved tonight is that he is just a generational talent. I mean, he made an elite fighter look very, very average tonight, and to be a 4-division champion at 28 years of age is unbelievable. And the way that he's doing it, he's not even coming out first gear. So Conor Benn would have a massive challenge on his hands, but he's up for anything. I want to see Conor Benn win a world title. He also faced off with Rolly Romero tonight, which is a great fight in the welterweight division. So Conor Benn will fight anybody. I have no fear of that.
Eddie in the back, Kevin Garcia. Just a follow-up question on the Conor Benn thing. One, do you think that, I know you just said it'd be a massive challenge for Conor, but is it a bridge too far? You know, going to 147?
Well, I think that's the only way Shakur's going to get beat. Like, you know, on a level playing field.
Hearn added that he would like to see Ben compete for a world title at 147 pounds. While it would be tough, Ben has the punching power and determination to challenge elite opponents. The fight remains unlikely, but remains intriguing.
It's very difficult for Shakur to get beaten by anybody, because a level playing field probably for him is 135. I actually thought he looked quite powerful at 140. I actually thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he would have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to, but I thought his punches looked solid in there. I thought he looked like he had the heavier hands of the two. So, but Conor Benn can crack at 147, and he's a big 147. So, you know, what he's lacking in probably a little bit of experience at world level, he's making up for inside.
Here's my follow-up question. I asked Conor after he got out the ring, you know, would he take that fight on with the rehydration clause? He said no. He said F no, to be exact. How does that fight get made then? Ever?
I mean, it's up to Shakur, you know. I mean, look, I think that it's a kind of like a fantasy matchup. I don't think Shakur necessarily has plans to move to 147. You can speak to him about that soon. But, you know, when people talk about the rehydration clause, people say, well, Eubank had a rehydration clause. Conor moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Eubank. And ultimately, you get what you negotiate. So that's what we agreed to. It's up to Conor Benn whether he does the same, but he would only be, you know, he'd be coming down to his natural weight. So, and Shakur now will be coming up 1 division.
Last question, do you want to see that fight?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's just a tough fight. Like, you know, like I said, Conor has the size advantage, he can really punch, and I think he's live against anybody, but, you know, Shakur has great experience, and I would like to see Conor Benn fight for a world title. At 147, and I think those fights, I think Conor's going to get better and better.
This is not the first time Stevenson has called out Conor Benn. Their rivalry has been brewing for months, with Stevenson publicly targeting Benn earlier in 2025, offering to move up in weight, and calling him out on social media. Their tension also played out in live interviews and studio segments, where heated exchanges almost escalated to physical confrontations, with both trading barbs about style, skill, and toughness.
I'll come back down and fight you at 147 in November.
November, yeah.
Done.
I'm down.
Done. I'll fight you at 147.
I'm down.
I'll fight you at 147. No. I don't hear no excuses. I don't hear no excuses.
I'm saying, look, after I beat you, just tell me I'm great.
But you ain't great. Right, listen, you know what?
No, after I beat you. I'm not
gonna chat. I watched the fight. Your IQ's phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
You're not that good looking though.
Appreciate you.
So you can't take that one.
Okay.
But I will battle you at 147.
So we're going to make the fight happen at 147. After I beat you, are you going to tell me I'm great?
No, I'm not going to tell you you're great.
Why?
Because if
I beat you, I move up 2 weight classes to beat you.
If you beat me, I will. You know what? I'll tell you you're great.
And if you beat me, I'll tell you you're great.
All right, done.
But you're not beating me.
As far as stipulations go, that's a pretty simple one.
That's it.
All he wants is.
I just did. All I want is your respect. That's all.
Oh, you have my respect anyway.
Yeah. You got my respect too, bro. You're a hell of a fighter, bro.
But listen, you come up to 147. That's where I'm at my most dangerous.
That don't scare me.
It shouldn't scare you. You're a fighter. If it did scare you, I'd be very worried.
I got a question for you.
But I see you coming in with your glasses on because you don't want to look me in the eye.
Excuse me, brother. I like how you said that.
Excuse me, brother.
But look.
Stevenson doubled down on the rivalry by highlighting his long boxing pedigree. He began boxing at age 5 and has now been in the sport for 23 years, emphasizing his experience and confidence. He insisted that Benn cannot beat him, stating his lifelong training and refined skills would give him the edge in any potential matchup.
What's the
question? I got a question. How many amateur fights you had?
22, 23.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Because of?
You start boxing at what age?
17.
You're cooked.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's cooked. What's cooked mean?
Meaning like you're in trouble.
You're cooked.
Of what?
Of me.
Of you.
Why do you
the
say that? Why is the 17 the indication that
I started boxing when I was 5 years old. I'm in this game. I've been in this game for 23 years. How many years you been in this?
It doesn't matter. We can do it.
You can't beat me.
That's fine.
You can't beat me.
That's fine. I love a
how I
challenge.
feel.
He's making me want to get up now and chin.
Yeah.
You're making me want to get up now
You're
and
not
have
gonna
a
do
fight.
that. You're not gonna do that.
You're making me get up now and want to have a fight.
You're not going to do that though, champ.
Well, I know, but I know right now if we was to handle it, I'd handle it.
Bro, that's your opinion. You're supposed to have your opinion.
Yeah, it's good.
But look. We're boxers. We're boxers.
We're fighters, yeah.
Let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer. I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and I'm going to box your head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
And I'm going to box your head off.
Do your best.
147. Let's make the fight.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez appeared somewhat disappointed in the post-fight interviews. He emphasized that he accepts losses as he does victories, demonstrating the mindset of a seasoned professional. Lopez turned the moment into a broader life lesson, stressing that challenges must be met with the heart of a champion. However, beneath his controlled exterior, he carried emotional pain, revealing that the loss affected him deeply beyond the ring.
Let's just say a record attendance here at MHD.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tonight, and a lot of those fans coming out for yourself. Proud that you've been able to do that as a New Yorker yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually grateful. I'm grateful for it. You know, it's definitely something that was a dream of mine, and we accomplished that. We didn't get the win that we wanted to tonight, but you know, no matter what, we did something more than anything. We brought everybody out here to watch and witness just a greatness. Yeah, really greatness.
When I saw you walking through the corridor, I said, "How are you?" And you said, "Hey, I've got to take my losses like I take my wins."
Yeah.
Obviously, you have been in this position before, but you seem like a man who, obviously, a little bit deflated, but understanding that that's
What
part
you talking
of life
about?
and it's part
What
of
you talking about, Willis? What you talking about?
Rubbish.
No, honestly, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ.
From the start, Stevenson controlled pace and distance, making it difficult for Lopez to establish rhythm or sustain success. Lopez's frustration became apparent as he attempted adjustments, but he couldn't build momentum. He ultimately finished the fight without the breakthrough he hoped for, leaving the ring visibly unsatisfied.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing,
Your
man?
thoughts on tonight?
Just grateful to be here, man. That's all.
You put on a performance tonight and unfortunately came up short, but what was it that
it's okay.
surprised you about Shakur Stevenson?
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good fan.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to, like that time Kambosos beat you, you want to do it straight away, right?
We'll see what happens next, man. I'm gonna let my team do the work on that.
See if anyone appreciate your time.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Boxing legend Andre Ward highlighted what set Stevenson apart. He praised Stevenson's high ring IQ, athleticism, and ability to adapt mid-fight, calling him a blank canvas capable of painting any strategy in the ring. Analysts noted his movement, range control, and tactical versatility, evident in his dominant performance over Lopez, which allowed him to control tempo and distance. Ward's praise reflects the expert consensus that Stevenson's superior technical skill and boxing intelligence were key to his victory.
He better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance
He
tonight?
did what he had to do, man. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You know, you also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we're on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he might?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that. He could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know. So he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He put on well, he tried to get going. He just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first round. Honestly, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Teo starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he out of answers. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in. And, you know, was that 4 divisions now? 26, 30, 35, 40?
Conor Benn has pushed back against Stevenson's demand for a rehydration clause, turning negotiations into a spectacle. While Benn accepted such clauses in previous fights with Chris Eubank Jr., he now demands a huge financial incentive, reportedly $20 million, if he were to agree to a rehydration limit, making negotiations highly complicated.
He was the one talking,
wants a
not me.
rehydration clause,
But, yeah, well, he can, you know what, I'm going to keep it PG today, but he can go himself.
Yeah.
And if he wants a rehydration clause, pay me 20 million, I might consider it.
Yeah.
20 million, that's the number. But I'll happily give him a beating for free as well. So it's like a bit of a, like I'll do it for free, but then also, yeah, if you want a rehydration clause, do it for 20 mil.
Yeah.
You ain't calling no shit.
What do you think about a potential showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Conor Benn? Share your thoughts in the comments below.